scared of getting framed. So,
okay, now you've gone one step beyond. Who would frame you and for what?
So many people would frame me. And they could frame you for any crime that you could go to jail for. And look at me, I wouldn't survive in jail.
Meredith is having a very serious day. So much so, she feels she needs to sit in a person chair, upright like a person, and stare off into the distance.
Of 1 to 10, how weird are you?
So weird, but not weird like I have heads in my freezer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not, we're not even going there with that.
Well, I didn't know what your spectrum is. I don't know if you're going from like, you know,
this is like Teen Vogue weird. Like,
yeah.
I ride on my shoes.
I took it to serial killer.
Yeah, you did. I'm scared.
This is what he does. He tries to elevate himself just like geographically so that he can seem
Taller.
better than me.
Taller.
Like experts will study this and say that you're like, what are you doing? You're like peacocking right now.
It's only because you wear heels the whole time and I'm
Look what I did for you today.
You can't see a sea urchin's right there, and then you step on one, and then it has barbs and it goes into whatever it touches, and then you have to go to the emergency room and it has to be surgically removed. You could lose your foot, you could lose your hand, you could lose your hand trying to get it off of your foot. So I don't like sea urchins.
I would go online, I would look at their Instagram pages or their Tumblr or their Twitter or whatever, and just kind of watch them for months and months. And then go back and just sort of cyber weird. And then I invited them over, and
they came. I noticed that all of the girls in school were like gonna dress as like a sexy police officer, or like a sexy student, or like a sexy teacher, and we're gonna be full-on Chewbacca's right now. Make a U-turn, but I didn't have enough space to make a U-turn, so I backed up a tiny little bit, just like a little bit, and then just like finally left.
People along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments.
This promises a new album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the.
For sure.
Do we know when it's on the way?
We do?
Okay.
We don't.
No.
Douchebags who cheat on me, but I'm not gonna say that. In my monologue, I like writing their names into songs so they're ashamed to go in public, but I'm not gonna say that. In my monologue.
Pictures are like, it's tragic. My style forever was going to be cornrows. I took my school picture with the cornrows. It really thrust me into like understanding what it's like to not have anywhere to sit at the cafeteria.
No, I feel like this guy is like the reason why they made that block feature on the iPhone. You need to put his name in your phone as a weird word that is unattractive, like grunge.
Like when I hear stuff like that, I just like don't have any control over like my body. I'm
really?
just like.
Do you get excited or do you not care?
Oh, I care.
You do care. Okay, good.
People who say they don't care are lying.
They're lying, right?
Everyone cares. Everybody cares what the New York Times and Rolling Stone say.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff in there. There's it's like it's got vanilla and amber and freesia, also notes of peach and also raspberry.
What happened to your voice just now?
She was named after my favorite character on Law & Order SVU, but it's very confusing for me because since I named the cat Detective Olivia Benson, she's since been promoted on the show to Sergeant Olivia Benson. It's very confusing for the cat and also for me.
Yeah. Where's that hand going? I mean, come on.
That hand is right here. That's fine.
But his little pinky's going a little bit up.
No, it was like this. That's fine.
You sure? Yeah.
I'm very sure.
Well,
I've been on this show 8 times now, and I still remember Ellen hiding in the bathroom with a hidden camera, and she scared me so bad, and I fell and I could have died. She always asks me who I'm dating every time I'm on the show, and I don't even know.
gets 5 million hits on YouTube. 'Cause
Call Zach.
Uh-huh.
Get the rights to it.
Well, you probably talked to
see
him
if-
earlier today. How's he doing?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while because we didn't date.
Yes, you did. Why do you deny it?
Because we didn't.
Thank you so much for going so above and beyond to make people happy.
Oh.
And yeah,
Well,
that's not a good example of
no.
And then I get to watch everything.
Oh, so this is a bright, happy album.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's yeah, I'm in a much better mood.
Or a palm tree. I did a post on my Instagram and I posted 7 palm trees, and I posted it on the day I finished my 7th album. And a palm tree symbolizes rebirth, new beginnings, positive energy. So
to it, you know, everybody comes up to you and they're like, oh, you got this, you're gonna win, you're gonna win. And I wish they wouldn't do that because you don't know if you're gonna win. And someone else could very well win, and someone else very well did. I thought we had it, and we didn't. I remember not going to after parties. I went home and I cried a little bit, and I got In-N-Out Burger and ate a lot.
I just wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not gonna walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and then I go home to the cats.
No men allowed.
Men get me in trouble. I gotta
tell you, you're gonna walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I would put some clothes on, darling. I'm not joking. Put some clothes on. Put some damn clothes on.
I have clothes on. I have a robe on.
You don't have
clothes. I'm covered.
Favorite TV show to binge watch just because it's a comfort thing. Like, it's got to be Friends. Like, oh, you know, it's the one where, you know, everybody finds out about Monica and Chandler. Monica and Chandler! My eyes!
You're Taylor Swift. Can somebody ask you out?
Yeah, I mean, they can.
And you just go, what the earth are you doing?
No, it's not like that. It's just that my life is really, really busy and really complicated, and it becomes kind of too chaotic when I involve someone else in it.
How do you meet boys? How do you meet them?
You,
On the internet?
everywhere. You can meet someone anywhere. Like, I don't have a type. I don't have, like, well, they have to, you know, be this age or this height or do this profession or whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of more fun to let it happen.
If you can't sleep in the middle of the night, what do you do?
I go downstairs and rummage through the kitchen and eat whatever I can find, and it's really less like a human being and more like a raccoon in a dumpster. Like, the next morning, we walk downstairs and we're like, what happened here? And
Right.
I don't remember.
Does that help you sleep if you eat a whole lot and then?
It's not really voluntary.
I love to communicate via Easter eggs. I think the best messages are cryptic ones. So,
Right, I'm cool. You know what? It's like when I find that person that is right for me and he'll be wonderful. And when I look at that person, I'm not even going to be able to remember the boy who broke up with me over the phone in 25 seconds when I was 18.
Dear God. Oh, jeez. I've got like 100. Good luck.
And you're missing a bunch of them, guys.
Here's the thing. Honestly, when I'm trying to talk and I'm trying to like use my hands as like these are gestures. It's not food, and it's weird for me. You guys.
People one thing to talk about, they multiply it by 50 and they make all these sensationalized stories up about you. If you give people 0 to talk about, anything multiplied by 0 is still 0.
You're on it.
Yeah. It's just math.
At that time, I coined this phrase, there will be no explanation, there will just be reputation, because I am dramatic.